I feel the need for speed.
It was one of the most popular films of the 80s, making Tom Cruise a huge star and bringing aviator sunglasses back into fashion.
Easy, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Correct.
But now Top Gun has been recreated on a plot of disused land in London's Canary Wharf. And this weekend, 4,000 members of the public turned up dressed as characters from the film to mix with actors on replica sets and live through their own personal Top Gun experience. The mini festival is the latest production by live events company Future Cinema.
I just think that things have become a little bit too formulaic in the film experience, and I think that cinema should become more of an event, more of a social experience. And by creating these environments, the audience are letting go and becoming more relaxed and connecting with each other and meeting each other. Whereas I think in normal cinemas you don't get to have that social experience.
This multi-sensory recreation of Top Gun is part of a wider trend of immersive cultural experiences currently sweeping the arts. And it's happening not just in cinema, but in theatre, art galleries, and even specially created dining experiences. Its roots can be traced back to the live-action role-playing war games that became popular in the 80s, and then computer games like online virtual world Second Life. But its potential was taken to a new level artistically by one pioneering theatre company, Punchdrunk. Punchdrunk was set up in 2000 and so far has had major hits in London, Manchester and now New York. Like Future Cinema, it creates fictional worlds inviting audience participation over vast spaces. But it focuses on maintaining a high level of individual interaction between actors and audience.
I think we live in the age of the internet where everything's so accessible, everything's a couple of clicks away of a finger. So that means you can have whatever you want. But equally, it's totally impersonal. There's no actual emotional connection anymore, or it's very much removed, and maybe audiences are craving that sort of experience that's theirs and theirs alone.
Most critics agree that this immersion is one of the most significant theatrical trends of the last decade, but some also point out problems with the form.
One big danger of immersive theatre is, of course, maintaining a narrative, and indeed with Punchdrunk shows quite often, you have holding on to the story is virtually impossible because it depends on which rooms you chance upon, which actors you encounter along the way. So there is a big challenge with immersive theatre to not only keep it fresh, but also to keep everybody in the same room, as it were, even though you're in 100 different rooms.
And even some creators of immersive experiences can envisage problems ahead.
There's a point, there'll be a tipping point, that if it scales too big, then the intimacy will be lost, and it will lose its power, and it will diminish.
For now at least, audiences seem happy to immerse themselves in the experiences offered by this weekend's Top Gun event. But critics of the immersive cultural experience might be comforted to know that this particular event ends with a traditional climax, an outdoor showing of the film itself.